Street Beast fans, YouTube fans, and everybody else who stumbled across this channel. Welcome back. My name is Shinigami, aka Sensei Danny, and welcome to the 1,000 subscriber special. It's a Q&A and a giveaway. Before I dive into that, though, I left a couple of things out in my Storytime video that I want to bring up. Crazy thing happened. I went out afterwards to get, a cheat meal because I felt like I'd earned it, and got to try something I wanted to try for a long time, the Heart Attack Grill. It was a little overrated. It was more about the novelty. The food was overpriced for the quality. I mean, I expected it to taste better being cooked in lard and everything, but it tasted pretty standard. But on the way there through Fremont Street, I actually walked right past Trap Gambino, who was supposed to be my original opponent. Said hi to him. Everything was cool. Quick moment, but that's not the crazy part. So the next morning, we went down to get breakfast at the cafe in the Stratosphere. That used to be a 50 style diner. It's not anymore. Kind of sad. I mean, they must have really just redone it because the phone message, like when you call the front desk, it still says the name of the old 50 style diner cafe, the Roxy's. But anyway, so I go down and I had been watching the, thing that comes on when you first turn on the hotel room TV with all the little video about what all the hotel has and da-da-da. And they had been showing milkshakes from the cafe that looked really good. Excuse me. So we went down, got breakfast, ordered a milkshake, and the glass was garnished with pink chocolate around the rim, like white chocolate. So I decided to try to scrape some off and see if it was strawberry flavored. Well, the glass shattered. I went to scrape it off with my teeth, and the glass shattered in my mouth. Fortunately, I didn't swallow any. Shit was wild. The waiter was really cool. He was I freaked him out. There was still a little glass in my mouth after they took it away. I went to the bathroom, rinsed it out. It was cool, but that was wild. I've never had a glass break in my mouth like that. Now, you would think for $9 for a milkshake they'd have better glassware, but that's what happened. It is what it is. What else? There was something else. I think mainly the glass thing, but there was something else, and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, crazy adventure going out to Street Beast West Coast 3, and I can't wait to go to Street Beast West Coast 4 or 5, whichever the next one I can get out to is, to do that rematch. But without any further ado, we're going to get into the Q&A section. I didn't get a whole lot of questions. I got like one valid question on Twitter that was actually Q&A-able for this video. I also got like maybe 7 or 8 people on YouTube that actually commented on the merch collab video where I wanted everybody to leave the Q&A questions. So we'll start with the Twitter question first, which was asked. It's actually more than one question, but one question, one entry, or one person, one entry. It's from Ocho Nueve on Twitter. How do you divide your time between Kempo, BJJ, strength and conditioning? Why did you choose Kempo first, and what other arts were you looking at before deciding on Kempo? And how does one train under you if interested? So the first one, how do I divide my time between Kempo, BJJ, and strength and conditioning? Right now, my Kempo school is actually not open because of the Rona. It hasn't been for months. So, kind of been trying to keep on it myself, but it's a little hard since I'm so busy training BJJ MMA stuff for Street Beefs right now. As for strength and conditioning, I live pretty far from the gym, so I tend to go to Planet Fitness afterwards, and I'll do like the express workout, which is a circuit workout, and I'll hit the treadmill, and then Tuesday and Thursday mornings there's no jiu-jitsu class, so I go to Planet Fitness and do all that, and some pull-ups and some stretches and a bunch of other stuff. But that's pretty much the schedule. Why did I choose Kempo first? I actually didn't choose Kempo first. Basically what happened was my first actual martial arts class experience was in Hollywood when I was just before I was done with culinary school. I was living with my uncle the last couple of months, in his apartment on Lexington in Vermont. And on Vermont, there was a kung fu school, Ijo Ija Academy. I don't know if it's still open. The last time I drove by, it was still there. They weren't open at the time, even though I swung by when there was supposed to be classes there. But anyway, I would always watch walking by on the way home from school, and one day the Shifu Earl White, he was actually on Deadliest Warrior. He was the consultant expert for the Shaka Zulu versus William Wallace episode. He was the expert for the African fighting style. But he offered to, let me train for the. They usually only do 2 free classes, but he let me train for 2 weeks because I told I was moving in 2 weeks back to Palmdale, which was a mistake and done for dumb reasons. That'll probably be a story. It's definitely a story for another day. So anyway, he told me wherever I moved to find a school and train because I trained good. I learned well and everything and put an effort in. So I came back and I was looking at different schools around Lancaster and Palmdale, and they were all like really expensive. Remember, I went to one place, and this is back in like 2006, 2007. They wanted $160 up front, and it was $70 a month. Or no, it was like 200 something up front. Oh, it was expensive up front because they wanted you to buy 5 uniforms. Like 4 for class and 1 for tournaments. But then it was like 80, 90, 70 or 80 bucks a month, maybe 90. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But that was exorbitantly high. So I looked around at other places, like to some taekwondo. I didn't even know what jiu-jitsu was yet. All the traditional martial arts places had pretty obvious storefront locations and stuff, and the jiu-jitsu schools around here are all and still were and still are kind of all off the beaten path. So I didn't even look at any of those places, but what ended up happening was I ended up rooming with my friend when the student loan was kicked in. I couldn't keep my apartment, and there was a karate class out here in Lake LA for like 20 bucks a month. A friend of mine had already that I was living with had tried it out. Ironically, I'd actually had an opportunity to train there when I was a kid, and I didn't because I was stubborn and wanted to learn ninjutsu because I wanted to be a ninja like in the movies. So I ended up going and trying it out with them, and I had a blast, and I ended up sticking around. And then some things happened. It closed, and then it reopened a few years later. In the meantime, I picked up jiu-jitsu, for MMA purposes and stuff. I started training in an MMA gym, but I don't know. Kempo felt like a really good. The Kempo Shotokan class I was taking felt like a really good fit. Had a really good environment. Really good people for the most part. Not a lot of jerks or gym bullies or anything like that. And people who weren't about it didn't stay for more than a month. Usually, I mean, sometimes people would get to purple belt and then quit because they started getting hard after that. But that was about that. And then as for the last question, how does one train under me? That's a tough one right now. I don't really have a gym of my own that I own yet. I'm actually an instructor under somebody else at our dojo's now a park program out here. So it was always about being, a community service. So it was never about money. All the money that we used to get would go right into gear and stuff for the class. The park gets all the money right now, but they pay all the insurance too. So it's an even trade-off, basically. As far as training under me, you would have to live pretty close, and we would have to figure something out. Right now, with my focus being on street beefs and losing weight, I'm training a lot, like once or twice, at least twice a day, most of the days of the week, and the other days of the week, I gotta, do my morning workout and then wash all my stuff from the 2 classes the day before, and then do stuff like this. So it's a little difficult, but if you're in the Lancaster Palmdale area or near it, we can work something out. I've already got a couple of other people that have asked me. Anyway, on to the questions from the YouTube comments. So we're going to start with one from Eve Lipstick, who asks, "What is my favorite band?" Interesting you asked, and it's a hard question to answer because I don't have one all-time absolute favorite band. Um, while I am very picky about my music and only listen to a handful of genres, I kind of can't even pin down one favorite band for each genre. I would say for goth rock and stuff, like Sisters of Mercy and Christian Death are like my two top favorites. Susie and the Banshees like number three. um, like black metal, I love Doom of War Gear. Uh, Death metal, Lord Gore is like my all-time favorite for that. Followed by Cannibal Corpse and Impetigo. Um, like regular like thrash or whatever metal, like Slayer. Uh, Metallica used to be good, but I think we all know when they stopped being good. um, yeah, I mean, I think that's about it for that question. The classic rock, I love AC/DC and like Alice Cooper, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, stuff like that. But yeah, I can't really pin it down to one favorite band. Iron Maiden, definitely love Iron Maiden though. They're one of my up there ones. Guar, definitely love Guar. Gotta love any band like Guar, but Guar is the best. For that kind of like out there, goofy, monster metal, edgy, just out there to be a good show and just weird. So, okay, the next three questions are from Moose Inc. I know who you are. Shout out to my boy in Arizona. Um, Great fight with Blanco. Good beef fight. I thought you did well. How long have you been watching Street Beefs? I've been watching Street Beefs since about 2010, 2011. Popped up in my Facebook feed one day because I was watching a lot of like old UFC fights and like UFC clips and stuff. So um, I've been watching not necessarily consistently, but every so often I'd go on binges of Street Beefs for the last 10 years. And then when I found out they were coming to California last year, I tried to do it, but events happened that kept it from happening, like my car getting stolen. um, how long have I been doing traditional martial arts? I've been doing Kempo Shotokan for 13 years. Even the 3 years that it was closed, I was training myself. I was just trying to practice all the stuff I'd learned so I wouldn't, lose it in case they opened back up and I could just pick up where I left off. A few things fell through the cracks, but yeah. Question number three from Moose Inc. is what size shoe am I? I'm a size 13. Used to be a size 15. I don't know. My feet shrank. It's weird. Getting old is bizarre. Um, Even in my 20s, I was wearing like 15s, 14s. Depends on the shoemaker. Right now, again, 13, 14, depending on the manufacturer of the footwear. um, Next one comes from Thunderstar. Next two. Best movie ever, and where do you hope to be 5 years from now regarding your fighting? Um, First question, best movie ever. That's like my favorite band question. That is a toughie. It really depends on the genre. Um, Obviously, being a goth kid, I got to say The Crow is one of them. Um, Hellraiser is like my all-time favorite horror movie. Uh, Bloodsport is one of my all-time favorite, just straight martial arts movies. Karate Kid is good too, but as far as like fight action movies go, like Bloodsport or The Quest, like the same movie. There's that joke that Jean Claude Van Damme's made the same movie over and over again. It's like the same three movies over and over again. um, Sci-fi, got to go Star Wars. Star Wars, absolutely. Um, Night of the Living Dead 2 is like my second favorite horror movie. It's like tied with Hellraiser. I actually love all the Romero zombie films, and then like Evil Dead is like next in line. Um, Comedies, Little Nicky. Little Nicky's absolutely my favorite comedy. Little Nicky and Bedazzled are my two favorite. The 2000 and whatever remake. Um, Also love Godzilla movies, King Kong, kaiju movies, all those. Really don't have one I can just crown as the all-time best movie of all time. Of course, I could have given the troll answer and said like The Room or Plan 9 from Outer Space because those are notoriously bad. But that's where we're at. As for where do I hope to see myself in 5 years? I'm in my 30s. I would love to go pro and get a belt and defend it a couple times. Retire, open a school, and teach full time, or just open a school sometime during all that, and then just retire and teach full time from the fight game. Um, which I think is what most fighters do. Hopefully, I can make enough money from fighting. I got other projects too. Me and a friend of mine from culinary school came up with a board game. We're trying to get out there. I got to actually reorder a prototype because the one we had got damaged and the board needs some better artwork. I have a novel I haven't sent query letters off for a while because of all this stuff going on with training and everything. But I'd love to get that published too. I've got other ideas and other ways to make money if I can get them out there. So I'm not trying to rely on fighting. I just want to do it for a while, make some fight money, use my skills to pay the bills, and then use my skills to pay the bills some more by teaching this stuff because I love to teach. I love to teach more than I love competing. Let's see. So next one is from Nico Emilio. What is your end goal from fighting? I believe I just actually answered that. I really just want to retire after getting a belt and holding on to it for a while, and then open a school and teach. Dream Street Beef matchups from Ryu Senin. Dream Street Beef matchups. If you mean for myself, you Ryu Senin for sure. I think that'd be a great style match. Striking Viking and probably White Dragon. That's the three guys I really want to fight the most in the yard before I'm done, if possible. Especially if I can, if I ever make it out to the OG yard more than once. But yeah, that's about it. If you don't mean me, I would love to see I'd actually love to see Nasty Native fight Street Bender and Rain. I think those would be some good fights. I think I would love to see. I'd actually like to see Baby Hulk versus my boy Steel Bill. I think that'd be a great match. I think the Canadian versus Country Hoodlum would be good. They're in the same weight class for MMA and stuff. That would be wild. Either MMA or boxing. I think the Canadian fighting him would just be an absolute just banger. Next question is from Karate Guy, and I think this is the last one. If you could get free private lessons from any master for life, who would it be? That's a tough one. If I only had to pick one guy to train under my entire life, I'd probably say Helio Gracie. If I could pick multiple masters, I would have to say Helio Gracie, Masayama, Bruce Lee, for sure, and probably I don't know, man, Antonio Inoki, maybe. I think those would be that would make me the ultimate weapon for all time. Let me double check here. I'm pretty sure I got all the questions now, though. Like I said, it wasn't a whole lot of responses in the comment section. Just a few people. So, okay, so now that we're done with that, I have here, really don't have like a jar or anything, but what I did was I took all the usernames of everybody that just posed me a question, and I've got them all in this box, and I'm about to shake it up, in the corner, and I'm going to pick the three prize winners. So just to remind you, the first prize is going to be one of my shirts from my merch store. And And depending on how fast you get back to me, it may or may not be one of the new designs I'm about to make that is going to be sick with my new logo that someone designed for me. Other than that, it'll probably be the God of Death and Kicks head shirt. God of Death and Head Kick shirt. One of my old retired headbands autographed, and probably the headband I wore at Street Beast West Coast 3. Second place is one of my new headbands and one of my old headbands. And then third place is going to be the card key that I have left from Stratosphere that they let me keep because probably partially because of Corona, probably also partially because it's easier. They cut it off at the checkout time. So I'm going to autograph that one up and send it to the third place. So here we go. Little saute motion there. Okay, first winner is Eve Lipstick. That actually makes it easier because I know how to get a hold of her the easiest. Smash like. Did I answer his question? Oh no, I didn't. Smash Like asked, where am I from in SoCal? I'm from the Lancaster Palmdale area, north of Los Angeles. Was born here, raised here, and haven't spent a whole lot of time living away from here. But yeah, there's that question. And number 3. Thunderstar. So first place winner is Eve Lipstick. Second place is Smash Like, and third place is Thunderstar. If you guys could give me a way to get a hold of you so we can I can get your shipping information so I can ship the stuff to you. Let me know. And yeah, that's about it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel around, watch my videos. I've hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm actually almost at 1,100 subscribers now. But the next thing I need is viewing hours. So make sure you guys spread my channel around, show your friends, watch my videos all the way to the end, and I'll reach that 4,000 viewing hours in no time. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel, link in the description below. I'll be filming for that this weekend. Those will be weekly uploads too. But yeah, about it. Again, shout out to Heart in the Fight for their merch collab with me too. Don't forget to buy a shirt from there too. All links in the description below. And yeah, I can't wait to hear from you guys so that I can get stuff out to you. Till then, till next time, Shinigami out.